Hey YouTube, it's me again, back at it with another video. Yes, I am staying consistent like I said I was gonna stay. Anyways, for today's video, I just really wanted to give 7 points to remember when you're trying to get to the finish line. We all have a finish line in life, you know. Maybe it's to graduate college, graduate high school, get a job, buy a house, move somewhere. Whatever it is, we all have a finish line that we're trying to get to, that we're trying to accomplish. And these are just going to be 7 points that I think are very important for everybody to remember to actually get there. Because there's one thing to think about the finish line, and there's one thing to actually go on the journey to get to the finish line. Number 1, this is something that I honestly believe that a lot of people forget to do. It is something that is so easy, something that is so simple, something that can help you get farther than you ever imagined. And that is simply to breathe. Sometimes taking like a good deep breath gets you to the place you need to be, so that way you can start out strong. Like, it's so important to just, because you know, when you're starting to think of something and when you want a finish line and you want to get there, it's so easy to think like, oh my goodness this, oh my goodness that, oh my, like, how am I going to do this, how am I going to do that? But stop. Breathe. Just meditate a little bit. Gather your thoughts before you even start going to tackle getting to the finish line. It's so important. Number 2, another thing that I really believe people forget to do is simply to pray. You gotta put everything you want to do into God's hands. Because believe it or not, we as human beings can't do everything on our own. We might want to, but being realistic, we can't. So it's great to pray first and say, God, as I'm going on this journey, please be my strength. Please be my guide. Help me get there. Keep me focused. Help me get there. Help me not to get distracted by all the nonsense going on, and to stay focused and to just keep going. Maybe it might be, you know, like a 2-second prayer, like, God, just help me. Lord, help me. Or maybe it could be, I don't know, taking some time apart in the day. Maybe 10, 30 minutes, an hour to just sit there and meditate and talk to God and say, God, help me. Praying is literally talking to God. It's having a conversation with God. It is so simple to do, and it's so easy to do, and it's so important. So after you're done breathing, pray. Number 3, I always say that it is so easy to pray, but it is so hard to have faith and to trust. Like, that's like the hardest thing to do. To have faith that somebody you can't see, or even if it's like a friend that is helping you through something. It is so hard to have faith and to trust that, yes, this person is actually going to help me get there. But it is so important to have faith and to trust whoever it may be. Maybe it's your friend, your family member, maybe it's God. But just have faith that they're going to get you there. That they're going to be with you till the finish line. That when you need them, they will be there for you. It is because when you don't have that faith, that's when you start going crazy and the anxiety starts kicking in. And you're like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Like, I just, like, you start, you know, your chest starts getting tight because you're just like how am I going to do it? But have faith and trust that you're going to get there. Have faith and trust that your support is going to be there. Remember, breathe, pray, have faith. Number 4. A lot of people believe that words are important. And words are important. The words, the things you say, really do affect people. But however, people always seem to forget that actions speak louder than words. I have like this sign in my room that says dreams don't work unless you work. In order to get to the finish line, you have to start the journey to get to the finish line. You're not gonna get there standing there. You gotta take one step, and it's one step at a time. The first step is always the scariest, but then after that you find yourself being stronger than you imagined, and you just keep going. You gotta keep going. You gotta start the tackle. It's kind of like this. You have an essay to write, and you're thinking about it, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do the essay. But until you actually put pen to paper, you're not doing anything. You're not making any progress. So in order to finish something, to achieve the goal, you have to start the goal. Like, you have to start the journey. You gotta lift your feet up and keep walking and keep marching and keep going that way or this way or that way. Whichever way it is, just start. Number 5. One thing I know that is really hard, especially in today's times when everything is just so negative, when there is no positive news on the news. And all you're hearing is that people are dying. People are dying. And your president exists. I know it's hard to keep going. Your life is falling apart. This is not going the way you wanted it to. What you imagine is not what's going on. I know it's hard. I struggle through it. I'm a senior in college and I am going through it. But one thing I always have to remember, and one thing you should remember, is that you should keep your mind on the positive things in life. Find something positive. I don't care. It could be the dumbest thing. It could be like, oh, I did my nails and my nails didn't break. That's something positive you can focus on. Or it could be something positive like, oh, yay, I ate lunch and dinner. Or, oh, yay, I got to go shopping. Or something. Or, yay, I'm about to finish college. Just find something positive to focus on. Keep your mind on it. When you fall and you stumble, don't sit there and focus like, oh my goodness, here I go, failing again. No, you gotta say, well, at least I didn't break a knee. And get back up. Focus on the positives. Numero 6. Another thing that is so important is that when you fall, get back up. One of my favorite songs goes, we fall down, but we get up. A lot of people fall. Actually, everybody in the whole world falls at some point. But guess what? Get up. Keep pushing. Keep hustling. Keep tackling what you're trying to tackle. Keep going. Don't just sit there. People who sit there and wallow in their misery of, oh my goodness, look at where I am today. I'm not where I want to be yet. And then they just sit there. It's like, get up. You're not making any progress sitting there. So what are you still doing there? Get up. And I get it. Some falls are worse than others. Sometimes you might break a hip. Sometimes you might pop a knee. Sometimes you might bruise your elbow. something, whatever. It could all be different. But one thing you always have to remember is to get back up. You know, you're not always going to start off like walking and like sprinting again. Maybe you just need to like crawl a little bit. You know, then once you crawl, then you'll be able to stand up and, you know, just walk slightly. And then before you know it, you'll be sprinting and running to the finish line again. But the important thing is when you fall, get back up. Because you're not making any progress sitting there. Keep moving. Last but not least, number 7. People always forget to do this. And you hear a lot of people say this a lot about like celebrities and stuff. But they're like, oh, so you forgot about the ones that was there for you? You forgot about the ones that was helping you, that was supporting you, that was keeping you motivated when you needed it? So now you're where you're at and you all of a sudden, we don't exist? One thing that is so important is to be thankful, and when you're celebrating where you got, where you wanted to be the whole time, one thing to always remember is to be thankful and to celebrate with those people that helped you get there. Don't just say, oh, I'm where I am now, so you guys don't matter to me anymore. You guys are not important to me. Because guess what? Life is a roller coaster. And just like this is one finish line that you had to encounter, you're going to have another finish line you're going to have to go through. And those same people that helped you get there, you most likely would want them to be there with you again when you're trying to go for the next finish line. So don't you dare be ungrateful towards those people who were there for you. Who, when you needed to get lunch and you didn't have any money, they gave you the money. Who, when you needed a roof over your head, they let you stay there. The people who, when you were at your lowest and you were like, nah, man, I can't do this anymore. They were like, no, you got this. Keep those people around. Thank them. Celebrate with them. Let them know that you are a ride or die. Thank you. So those are my 7 main important things to always remember when embarking on the journey towards the finish line. Number 1, breathe. Number 2, pray. Number 3, have faith and trust. Number 4, actually start going. Actually start the journey. Number 5, keep your mind on the positives and don't get distracted. Number 6, when you fall, get back up. Number 7, celebrate and thank the people who helped get you there. Always remember those things. And when you remember all those 7 things, life is so much better. I'm not going to say it's like easier, but it's so much better. It helps you get there with a little bit more peace of mind. So that's it for today's video. And don't forget to like, to subscribe, and to suggest me to, your other friends. Let them know that I'm here. I just started, so things are a little bit slow, but let people know that I'm here, you guys. Another video would be coming next week, so until then, you guys, ciao.